It's weird being back. Hello there, guys, gals, and everyone in between. Welcome back to the channel. It's been a second. I've been really trying to get into getting motivation really to play just games in general. If you notice, I've stopped doing streams for a while, and that's just because I've moved since the last time I did a video, and because I am now just starting again. The best way to go about it is to make videos, not just straight up live streams and broadcasts. Those clearly don't work because I don't feel the need to do them. And we're kind of starting off on Minecraft because I've been playing around with some mod packs, and I'm hoping, for instance, we're gonna get them in slowly but surely. So right now we just have the Gravestone mod on. And also we spawned in a pretty good spot right away. First things first, I'm gonna make kind of like a traditional Viking, not really Viking, more like a home base out of logs as the walls, and we're gonna just kind of build a small hut, and we're gonna kind of build up from there. So yeah, how's everyone been? I haven't talked to anyone really. I haven't really talked to any people who I've been friends with, who have followed my channel. I haven't really done anything outside of making a good start on my life, I think. I'm in college right now, which I know sounds weird because I know on my channel it says I'm X amount of years old, but I'm officially 19 and just trying to get a good spot in the ground. Yeah, I've been really wanting to play more games recently, and I don't know if it's because of current marketplace for jobs and whatnot, but I just really have been getting annoyed with people and my work. I'm since I've been playing, I think I first started doing videos back during COVID, which sounds about right. On this channel in particular, because I used to have plenty of other channels that either deleted or stuff like that. I used to have one called Mob Productions, which is why, if I remember correctly, this channel might have been named that originally, or Hero Slime, which was another name I used to carry around, and I believe in my older videos you can still see that name. In which case I've shortened it to Hero. And I'm probably gonna, or Dango Dingo, that was the other one. That was the other one I ran with for the longest time. But yeah, it's kind of weird being back here, back recording and getting all that jazz. I literally haven't played. I've really just been playing video games with my friends, and I figured now would be a good time to play Minecraft and just kind of be real with everyone for a while. Yeah. Oh, as for the texture pack, I'm using the Clarity texture pack. Holy shit, that looks good. But the Clarity texture pack basically just allows me to have a different, unique look to my game and shit like that, and that's iron. Oh, that's cool. But yeah, it's just a completely different feel. And I'm hoping to add weapon mod pack in that adds a bunch of weapons and RPG skill pack, which I'm really hoping for. Because if I can get the RPG and weapon mod pack in here, I feel like we'd have a lot more fun with that. I know I've experimented with it a little bit, especially with some friends, and I'm hoping that we can get some of my friends in here just to goof off and play this game with. But yeah, it's it's a little weird talking to myself. I haven't done this in a very long time, to the point that I feel really weird about this. I feel a little awkward talking, and I'm glad I don't have a face camera because I have a feeling this would be even weirder talking to a camera. But yeah. Now, shit, I just realized it's like midday. But yeah, I just got back from doing Thanksgiving or festivities, which means I have no idea when this video is gonna get posted. But yeah, this all is kind of goofy and funny. I've also thought about taking down some of my older content, like the old streams and whatnot, and the only thing I'd probably do with that is the streams, anyways. There was a person who I've met a little before uh, the streams got done, like right around the time that I stopped doing streaming. I had met someone who is very important to me, and I do mean very important. Like, I would probably drop everything I have right now, and that's kind of what I did. I kind of dropped everything I was doing and everything I was trying to do, because back during 2020 to 2022, yeah, that sounds right. Back from 2020 to 2022, I was just trying to, um, I was trying to be a content creator, which, I mean, that would be nice and all, but I think this is more of a hobby than anything else. Like, I tried TikTok, I tried YouTube, obviously, I tried doing podcasts. None of that really worked out for me, which is fair and fine. I have no qualms with that, but all in all, with everything going on in the world and stuff like that. Oh, that's a black rabbit. I thought that was a fucking spider. It feels like even if I don't do anything with this channel or anything like that, that I'll be happy knowing that there's still something out there that I'm doing, whether in Minecraft or in just any game, really, I guess is a good way of saying it. I know I'm gonna be like superbly like down to earth right now, or I'm trying to, anyways. Not I'm trying to be like really down to earth and get everything done. And I think part of the issue that I fell into with doing this stuff is I had a couple projects I was working on, which I believe people had heard about or I had said in videos that I was really, really trying to work on. And that's because, especially now, I have gotten really into writing, and writing for myself is something I've always wanted to do as a career, whether I meant to or not. It would be kind of cool to make a career doing that. I don't know if I will, because a lot of the problems that stem from wanting to write nowadays is there's not much of a medium for it outside of, online publishing and shit like that. But yeah, it's kind of weird playing Minecraft for the first time in ages, and it just it feels nice. I'm gonna keep bringing it up, but it feels really really nice to be back in here and to play Minecraft, to play all these different games again. I've been going back and reliving some of my memories with my friends and stuff like that. Just trying to get some of the old groups back. Like I used to play with uh, someone named B. I am not gonna say the first part of their name because uh, that's their real name from what I understand. I used to play with someone named B. I used to play with someone named Sketch and Mothman, like shit like that. And I regretfully I don't play with them anymore. I especially don't hang out with them anymore. I don't talk to them. A couple of them I fell out of favor with, especially around 2023 to 2022 or 2022 to 2023. Um, which really sucks because I found uh, the entire like the entirety of Minecraft, and not just Minecraft, but the entirety of being around those guys, like really engaging. Um, Sketch was like my number one buddy back then, someone I literally would spend hours playing video games with. Uh, and we just had a falling out. Me and B didn't really have a falling out per se. We just stopped really communicating, and that had more to do with the what we wanted at the time. There was a couple bad breakups in between uh, when me and these people kind of fell out of favor, and there were sides that were picked. Um, B took my side, Sketch took my side, stuff like that, which was fine. I had no qualms with that. Like with them picking either side, I probably would have still tried talking to them, even if they didn't pick my side. But even still, uh, it felt like I was being attacked by people I knew, especially, which really hurt because there was people that I thought I could trust my whole fucking being, and it felt like after a while I didn't have that anymore. Which obviously really sucks, right? There's no getting around that, sadly. There's no getting around, feeling hurt and feeling betrayed. That's just how life is, and that's especially just how stuff like this works. Whether it's in Minecraft or in gaming or stuff like that, it really fucking sucks. And now that I'm talking about this stuff, right, anybody who decides to watch this is going to get one of two reactions from myself. Either they're going to be like, oh, it's not that bad, or oh, it's not, I'm doing fine, stuff like that, right? Everyone has their opinions on what went down, and whether people know about the situation or not, it's fine. It doesn't matter to the extent of, oh, you guys should totally know, but it's more down to the idea that I trusted someone, and that trust broke within like a year, not even a full year. It was like 8 months of being with this person. I trusted them, they trusted me, and then it went sideways fairly quickly. And that was 2.5 years ago. Now, fun part is, might have been close to 3 years ago. As of last month. I think it was 3 years ago as of last month. But, point is, I met someone new. And that someone new is the entire reason I really stopped doing stuff like this and started focusing on what I knew I wanted. I knew I wanted to have a successful career and to be successful for this person. And hell, they might even be watching this video right now, and they might blame themselves, and I feel bad because I don't want it to make it sound like they're the reason I stopped pursuing this. I stopped pursuing this on my own volition, and that had more to do with I wanted to have a strong foundation so that they could do whatever they wanted. They could pursue their dreams, they could pursue their own wills and happiness. I didn't care about what I had to go through. And that's still true to this day. Like, I am pushing this person to continue the way they are going, because to me there's nothing more important than seeing this person happy. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that my relationships with my friends, for instance, have suffered because of this person, because they definitely have not. The people I choose to hang out around nowadays are the people that I trust with everything, and the people I talk to on occasion are those who I would gladly do the same for. I'm just really bad at communicating with what I want and what I need, to the point that I'm really surprised how little, or like how many people I still count as friends, because there's a lot of times where I'm a complete fucking asshole, or like literally anything to that effect. I am a jerk. I don't fill in the things that are needed for myself and my friends, and that's what sucks. And so I've been trying to do better about that. I've been really thinking back on my past relationships, my friendships, especially, and even so, my work. I'm trying, and I do mean trying, to find a good balance between everything. And I'm just kind of rambling in this because I feel like having documentation of these rambles is better than anything else. And I've talked to that like kind of special person of mine about these kind of things, and they've experienced some of my assholishness. And if they were to leave, I would not blame them. But it's to the point right now that I feel like everything that is going on in life is going by way too fucking quick. I'm like I said before at the beginning of the video, I'm a college student. I started this channel when I was in fucking freshman year, or before freshman year. I was going into my high school career, and that's what threw me off. Because this is 5 years later. 5 years since this channel started, or since I really started pushing to make videos. And I do know that like there's one from like 6th grade year on this channel, and I don't know if I privated that one or I got rid of it, and there was plenty of others that I got rid of. And it's just kind of goofy, I guess. And it's kind of I'm kind of giving you guys a look into what I've been going through. I'm kind of stuck right now. I'm failing classes. I'm losing motivation to do the thing that I thought would give me a good financial standby. And I just want to be creative, and I know like you can be creative and you can be X thing and better yourself that way. But for whatever reason, I'm finding it even more difficult to continue being the kind of person that I always wanted to be, and the kind of person I've always pushed the people around me to be. So here I am, my late teens, trying to really find out what I really want. And I refound my passion for Star Wars, my passion for like swords, and my passion for weapons, stuff like it's like stuff that doesn't make up, or just like they're just kind of fragments of what I want to be. While my friends, my girlfriend, are completely different. Like, yeah, I know a lot of them are gonna look at me saying that and be like, I'm not sure about that one. But it's true to the extent that I am like compared to how they're functioning and whatnot, they're doing so much better, and I'm so proud of them for it. And it's just kind of upsetting not because I don't want them to be happy or anything like that, but because I feel like I don't fit. It's kind of funny that way. I don't fit amongst my friends and amongst the people I really, really care about. It's a little goofy. I'm gonna be honest, it's a little goofy. Because I think I know what I'm talking about. I think I know what I'm doing. To the extent that I don't know if I'll be able to do those same things. Holy crap, I feel like I've been talking for ages. Alright. But yeah, I know I feel kind of bad because whoever clicks on this video and watches it are just gonna get like the weirdest fucking reality check, right? Or like the weirdest fucking turn off from doing anything related to uh like what they were doing. And it might even be calming for some to know that there's other people out there in the world who are much like them and kind of struggling to figure out what they want to do, especially. But yeah, I feel weird about complaining about these kind of things because there's definitely people who deserve a shit ton more respect for complaining and stuff like that. And it really fucking hurts my soul when I see others in similar situations. My girlfriend, like I've mentioned before, is going through a hell of a lot right now with personal stuff and school, especially, has really kind of kicked her in the dick. But it just doesn't feel the same, I guess. Um, and that could be true for everything. I thought about doing vlogs, which I know sounds really fucking goofy because I am not the kind of vlog person. However, even just doing like outside of video game videos would be kind of nice. And the only way for myself to do that, like to actually sit down in front of a camera or to show off something I really enjoy in real life, while showing my face and while showing everything. One, all the videos that I've posted about my opinions and stuff like that probably will not exist by that point. And that's more due to my safety. I have a lot of friends who I've fallen out of because they've watched those videos with all my opinions in them and stuff like that. And it really sucks. Mainly just because it feels like I'm ragging on what they believe in, and I completely understand why those friendships don't exist anymore. I've thought about making other content on video games as well. A lot of the ones I currently play a lot of right now, I do play a little bit of Fortnite, which I know, haha, big funny man, right? Fucking, I used to rip Fortnite into shreds, and now I play it quite often. Regretfully speaking, even to the extent of playing Remix, which is the weirdest fucking shit I've ever seen because my one and only Fortnite video took place in the same season 6, chapter 2, season 6. I'm pretty sure, which makes this even more funny because obviously Remix isn't going over those, but I'm reliving a lot of fucking memories from that game and all the shit that I went and played. But anywho, off the, off the topic about that game. I've thought about making videos on Apex, and the only one I can really think of is to kind of go down a nostalgia trip. So for Apex wise, I've been playing since season 3, which to a lot of fans that's not anything crazy, especially if you're, you know, in your 30s or 40s looking at video game history, right? Because like, oh yeah, that's real cute, man. Been playing same game for X amount of time. Well, let me tell you, I've been playing a hell of a lot longer, sort of thing, right? But yeah, it's I've thought about doing Apex videos for a while. Probably not going to because we all know how Apex is doing right now. I would be better off trying to do fucking video on why Apex is failing for the 1700th time. Because, everyone needs more videos of that, right? Why not be positive about video games? I can't say much entirely because I'm doing much the same right now. Writing on my own life and stuff like that. I'm trying to be positive. I really, really am. I'm trying to be as positive as I can be about the games that I play. Minecraft is just a huge fucking nostalgia trip for me. First time seeing Minecraft was the beta where one of my cousins had a base in the water and he didn't light it up well enough, so we went down there and found a fucking witch and he nearly died to poison. And I believe he had trapdoors. For whatever reason, I remember like straight up oak doors, but I'm pretty sure, or oak trapdoors, or yeah, no, I was right. The oak doors, like on the top of the base, but but they were like facing on the floor of the water, like it was level with the water, not the like how you'd place a trapdoor. And for whatever reason, that's what I remember it being. I guarantee you, it was wrong because I was pretty young when beta Minecraft was out. But even still, I pretty much grew up with this game. I spent every day for 3.5 years on the same Minecraft world. From 20. Oh, fuck, I can't remember. It was ages ago. Like, I pretty much don't remember what all I did on the world, but it was called Factions, and I spent I spent so much time in that world in particular that I grew an obsession not with Minecraft but with just video gaming in whole, and that's why I spend so much time. That's why I was trying to be a content creator for the longest time. So it's like, oh yeah, I can do this. I'm playing video games every day. I can definitely make. I can definitely make a video. I can definitely record myself and make videos on that shit. Um, and that's also where like my love for Minecraft originally started as well. It's just kind of weird, I guess, to like say this shit out loud. See, even the villager agrees with me. But yeah, it's just kind of goofy, I guess. I'm pretty much just talking out my ass right now. Just trying to figure out where I stand with you guys. Fuck. Yeah. Alright, so while I was going on that ramble, I have pretty much the entire wall for my base set up. I'm probably going to do 3 high on the majority of these walls. And as you noticed, I made this part very symmetrical. But as we got lower, I wanted to make it kind of more messy, because I figured that it would be better looking this way. Don't know why. But yeah. So here, so far, is the base and the idea for it. Sorry, I'm trying to get off that like negative content, because as negative content has become very popular, and I don't really care for it to the extent of, to me, negative content doesn't feel right. And it's to the point that I kind of get annoyed with content that is like so negative that it doesn't serve a purpose other than to rile a group up. Like big hitters, like things I immediately think of when I think of like games like that or content creators. There's no real big content creator, but a lot of documentary content creators do that, where they only talk about the negative stuff, and that annoys me. And I love documentary content creators. They're one of my favorite past, like, those content creators are the reason I can go to sleep, because their shit is just that entertaining. Uh, but because of the negativity uh, those videos bring, I can't look at those content creators the same way as I would like Captain Sparkles, Stampy, Vanoss, and Vanoss has his moments too. Specifically, like people like that, and even going as far as like, I do not care for the new wave of content creators. There are a couple good ones I could probably get behind, but if you notice, I'm kind of in the minority when it comes to starting every video with like how I used to, where I was like really upbeat and like trying to get your attention because I think you're gonna leave. I've stopped that. I want to be as real as possible with you guys moving forward, and I don't want to make videos to earn money. I want to make videos because I find it fun and enjoyable, and it helps kind of flex my creativity. Um, that creativity muscle that you get talked to about in school is kind of what I'm going for right now, and it's kind of telling how many creators look at everything like a business model, which is kind of sad because that's the last thing you really should look at. Something like YouTube, not that you can't look at it like a business model, but for myself, YouTube is a creative outlet to the point that like even my dad does YouTube. He does YouTube with his buddies who review horror movies and talk about shows and like stuff that really engages their minds. One of my friend's dads also does YouTube, but his is over religion and Christianity, and that's really cool because I'm glad to see that it's not just the the generation that grew up, or it's not just millennials and Gen Z who are getting use out of YouTube. It's everyone, and that's what I loved about the platform originally, especially with like modern modern creative outlets are really shitty. Uh, from what I've seen, especially when it comes to like, oh well, you can just write a story, and no, it's not that easy. I've written 2 stories, stopped midway through one story, and have an idea for a fourth story. Like, and I almost made a show on YouTube. Like, I not that it would have gone anywhere, but I almost wrote a full show. and it was going to take place in the Destiny universe. Like, we were going to use Destiny as the game, sort of like how Red versus Blue used Halo. Now, it wasn't going to be as good because you can't put your gun down in Destiny, so there's going to be a lot of flagging, which would have made the problem even worse. However, there were ways we were going to get around that, and that was just by like making it so a lot of the conversations dealt more with like clearing buildings and stuff like that. And, like, every ability had a reason. It wasn't just because space magic. Every ability was usable because of like capsules that were put into different parts of the armor, and that the armor really determined what kind of like the style of armor really determined what kind of super and abilities you had. Like, for instance, the Titans, the Void Bubble and the Void Shield were available to Titans who really put themselves forward and like wore highly defensive armor, something that you could see at the front lines of a battlefield and be like, okay, I'm gonna stay the fuck away from that guy. Or, you know, basically every item made sense. And it was to the point as well that, like, I had a character named Adam, and if anyone looks at my Discord thing, I have About, and for whatever reason, I still had the fucking show and series details on my fucking account. I need to get rid of that. But it was to the point that I had that stuff on, like, I had everything prepped out. What the fuck am I saying? I wrote the first episode of the series, and I gave it to my cast because I actually had a full-on cast, and I had like everything set up. It was just gonna be a short, like, minute to 4 minute long episode of like just introducing the characters and stuff like that. And it was gonna follow a guy named Adam who didn't have these abilities because he's not someone who has the ability to really purchase those armor pieces. And so he's using tools and old-fashioned weaponry and stuff like that, and that's what I thought was going to be so damn cool. Like, we had The Last Word and Dead Man's Tale in his arsenal as like his exotic. Those exotic weapons were going to be his weapons, the weapons that only he could use, and everyone else kind of just fucked off. But there was a reason why I couldn't get that series done. And when the series first like died, I'll say, it first happened because I wanted the cast to read the lines, make sure they knew what was coming, make sure that they understood what was to be said. That way they didn't have to look at the fucking lines and they could memorize that stuff. Now, the problem mainly came down to the fact I wasn't paying anyone for this, and we had a couple people go in and out of the entire production. So I had to recast people, and it was to the point at one point that I was kind of done and over it. And then, since all the side characters left, I was like, okay, well, how the fuck are we gonna do this shit? And then we had the idea of like somebody else does it. And then I was supposed to voice Adam, but I didn't have the time to voice Adam, write the stories, like write the episodes and the script, and then go out and trying to get footage from my perspective. I thought that was kind of cringe and very like Minecraft or like RP shit. And pretty much my entire cast agreed that it wouldn't work unless we had someone voicing my character. And that's kind of where the problem started. So I had this like great idea, like I was saying before, like we just needed to get in and okay, hi there. We just need to get in and do the video. And we tested some stuff. I'm sorry, I'm getting like really passionate. My voice is fucking cutting out. I'm thirsty as hell. So yeah, like we ended up in a situation for the longest time where like we did not have the people for the project, and it sucked because I really, really wanted this project to go over very well. And when it didn't, I was a little upset. I was a little frustrated. So I immediately like, well, if everyone would have just fucking did what I asked and read the script and made sure everything was ready to go and made sure we had cast members, because I can't be the only one trying to find cast members, and it was just bullshit. I was just talking out my ass and I was really frustrated at the time. So that's part of the reason as well, like why I like content creating and whatnot really kind of killed my motivation for it. Uh, is in general just because I was this close to getting a project off the ground and it fucking like bombed. No video was made, no nothing. It just really sucked. Well, since then I've written short stories about the project, like about how Adam and like the group try and survive and stuff like that. Like Adam's a mercenary who works for a group called the Foundation, and the Foundation took his family, and the only way for him to get his family back is to do bounties for these guys. And like Adam goes to a castle with goes not to a castle but to a region with two warlording to two warring warlords. There we go. I can speak. Um, and has to bring them both in. But by the end of the episode, or by the end of like the mini arc, Adam ends up getting them kicked out of their own fucking region, and now they need a way to get their region back. So then Adam's like, okay, fine, cool, you can help me get my family back, and then Adam fucking AWOLs, and then because Adam AWOL, the Foundation's after him. The Foundation really doesn't want him to like quite leave, because Adam wasn't really good at bounty hunting, but he was one of the better agents, mainly just because he didn't fucking die. So because Adam was like constantly in a sea of jobs, he would still get job offers from certain employees who's like certain Foundation employees who failed their mission. So he would go off and take care of those and whatnot. And as I explained before, Adam didn't have the ability to have these abilities and whatnot. So I originally had him using the arc abilities, like the arc supers. And just because I wanted there to be a reason why he had some like semi-electric powers, and make it more like his suit or like his armor is so old that it breaks down over time, and like he doesn't really get that kind of stuff. But then like when Revenant had just dropped for the Hunter class, I don't know if I said it already, but no, I didn't. But Adam's supposed to be like a hunter in the game, so Adam like Revenant just dropped for the Hunter class, and I'm like, okay, this is perfect. This is perfect. All I need to do is set up these classes to fit Adam perfectly. And there's a bunch of builds out there that were working fantastic for this. All I really needed to do was actually full on set up the classes. Now, the problem then stemmed was I didn't have any idea. Because if you remember, I don't remember if it's still a thing or not, but Revenant used to have the ability where, what was it? Revenant used to be that whenever you punched without an ice shuriken ready, you would instead, what was it? You would instead, I'm fucking dementia right now. Oh yeah, you just do a regular punch, and it was to the point that in one of these short stories I wrote for the series, the first antagonist from the show was actually one of the characters I wrote for the short stories, and he has ice powers, and I want the ice powers to be more like volatile, and so like you could throw out the ice canisters, and if they hit just right or if they crack the canister at all, it will completely fucking explode into ice shards. And that's what the cool, like, that's what I thought was really cool at the time. And I actually gave it to a creative writing teacher, and they actually liked the story. And my creative writing teacher made a comment. He was like, if you actually wrote this into more of a book, I have a feeling you could probably get a lot done with it. And I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, maybe. I haven't done anything with it, and I might do it eventually. When I don't hate myself for writing that story, or for not finishing the project. And I'm to the point right now where I could probably write the story, write the project as a book, and be perfectly happy with it. But so kind of the fun part with that project was that by the end of it, like by the time I had everything I wanted, fucking my voice keeps tracking because the amount I'm talking, son of a bitch. But by the time I had uh, like the whole lore set out and whatnot, I was gonna write the chronicles to it as like side pieces. I was gonna voice them. I was gonna have all the voice actors and whatnot show up as like narrators for their specific parts. And I was gonna narrate the story. It was gonna be really fucking cool. That clearly didn't work if you couldn't tell, because it's 3 fucking years later. But it's just, yeah. I'm like really passionate about these kind of projects due to the amount of time I've spent into them. And honestly speaking, if I could, I would like to get that project built out again. Like I so fucking want to not only have the time, but the patience and the energy to go out and finish that fucking project. That's what I want. I wanna sit down and belt out story after story about Adam and his group. I don't even remember the names for half these characters anymore. But yeah, so I'm kind of stuck now, huh? I've been talking about this stuff for like over an hour about what I wanted to do like years ago. Why I don't do them anymore, and it sucks because I love content creating. I love the people I have relationships with now. I love my friends and I love everything I do, but I can't fit all that in at once. And so content creating has always kind of been my backseat thing, and it's probably just going to be something I do when I have free time now. And it's not fantastic, but it's better than nothing. So, without further ado, I'll see you guys later. Bye.